the war-hardened architects of subversion. The 1960s Congress, dominated by the GI generation, comprised individuals who fought or witnessed the global conflicts of World War I and World War II, experiences that should have instilled a resolve to protect American unity. Born between 1901 and 1927, this cohort included 40 to 50% World War II veterans and some World War I participants, their lives marked by the 405,000 American deaths recorded during the former conflict. These men returned home after 1945, built families, pursued careers, and ascended to legislative power by the 88th Congress, yet their wartime discipline evaporated as they authored the Civil Rights Act of 1964, Voting Rights Act of 1965, and Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, acts passed with significant majorities, 290 to 130 in the House for 1964, 333 to 85 for 1965 voting rights, and 318 to 95 for 1965 immigration. This transformation perplexes, given their first-hand knowledge of unity under pressure, raising questions about how such resilience gave way to subversive legislation that favored minority groups. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, enacted on July 2, banned discrimination in employment, public accommodations, and federal programs, while the Voting Rights Act of 1965, signed on August 6, imposed federal election oversight, altering voter dynamics per U.S. Census data. The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, passed on October 3, abolished racial quotas, reshaping demographics to 40% non-white by 2020, per census reports. These laws, driven by a Congress seeking historical acclaim, as reflected in Lyndon Johnson's 1965 speech, contradicted the stability of the 1790 Naturalization Act's white-centric framework, which preserved a 90% white population. Legislative debates show claims that discrimination violated American ideals, yet critics warned of social chaos, a reality confirmed by 80% polarization in 2024 Pew Research surveys. The audacity of these war-tested legislators to impose such changes, ignoring their own experiences, exposes a duplicitous shift from defense to destruction, a betrayal evident in the estimated 53 to 55 average age of Congress in 1964. The GI generation's post-war reintegration offers insight into this betrayal. Having endured the disciplined campaigns of World War II, with some shaped by World War I, these individuals entered politics with the potential to fortify the nation. Instead, they passed the 1964 Act, leading to 21,000 EEOC lawsuits in 2023, the 1965 Voting Rights Act, contributing to regional shifts by the 1980s, and the 1965 Immigration Act, costing $150 billion annually for enforcement, per 2023 Federation for American Immigration Reform estimates. This shift suggests manipulation by unseen forces with globalist plans, as these legislators lacked the foresight to anticipate the chaos they unleashed, a pattern noted in discussions of their estimated birth years around 1909 to 1911. Their ambition to be remembered as intelligent legislators, rather than protectors of unity, mirrors the corrupt politicians of 2025, who continue to pass feel-good laws for personal gain, a legacy rooted in their failure to uphold the 1790 Act's clarity. The paradox deepens when contrasting wartime endurance with legislative folly. Those who survived World War II's 405,000 casualties demonstrated strength, yet returned to fragment the nation with these acts. The 1960s Congress, driven by a need to act, abandoned the 1790 Act's framework, embracing a liberal agenda that left a legacy of division, as seen in a $27.4 trillion GDP burdened by polarization, per 2024 Bureau of Economic Analysis data. This shift reveals a generation manipulated or misled, their wartime resolve supplanted by a willingness to destabilize America, a trend that began with early overreaches like the Missouri Compromise of 1820 and the Indian Removal Act of 1830, escalated with the 19th Amendment of 1920, and built on the 1866, 1957, and 1960 Civil Rights Acts. Their involvement in World War II battles and the estimated average age of 53 to 55 in 1964 underscore the perplexing nature of their actions between 1963 and 1965.